of those songs that you just dive into.
Yeah, you do.
That was our winning Eurovision song back in 1994.
Yes, along with his pal Charlie McGettigan, Paul Harrington's Rock and Roll Kids clinched an historic third win in a row for the nation.
And we are thrilled to say he's joined us this morning. Good morning, Paul.
Good morning, and lovely to be here. My first time on the Saturday.
Well,
Yes.
it's very nice to be
Thank
joined
you.
by you.
And also to listen to that, it's almost like a little lullaby.
I
It's
know,
kind of easing myself a little bit.
1994.
24 years ago.
Like, this is a huge
I haven't
weekend.
changed a bit.
You haven't. But this is a huge weekend for you.
Yeah.
Apart from that, it's your birthday tomorrow.
Yes.
Happy birthday.
Thank you very much.
But like, we've won the Eurovision Song Contest 7 times. We're the all-time leaders. You're one of those 7. You have won the Eurovision Song Contest.
It's hard to believe. It is a kind of a really exclusive sort of a club.
It is,
when you think about it. And I remember recently I wrote and presented a documentary about all the Irish Eurovision winners.
Yeah.
And I remember Dana was the first person I interviewed.
Yeah.
And I was kind of saying to her, like, back in the 60s,
Yeah.
I was born in 1960, so she won in 1970. So back in the 60s, when you think of television and televisual events, there was JFK in 63,
Yeah.
Moon Landing 69, and Dana winning
Dana winning
Eurovision in
Eurovision.
1970. I mean, it was such
They
a
were
powerful...
milestone moments,
Absolutely,
weren't
And
they?
it's
so
got
powerful.
bigger and bigger
And bigger
and
and
bigger and bigger. Where do you stand on the whole thing of where the competition is now in terms of it's territorial voting, it's, you know, it shouldn't be the public that's voting, it should go back to the panel.
Yeah.
Where do you stand on that, Paul?
Everything changes. I
Yeah.
think the jury thing is probably the best system. You know, I think it's probably
the fairest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would think so. But of course, once money comes into it, and you know they make a fortune from all the tele voting. But that said, they've introduced juries again that accounts for 50% of the votes. So that has steadied the ship somewhat, I think, over the last few years.
Yeah.
It's not as kind of there was a period where it was all the Eastern Bloc, but not so anymore.
Yeah.
When you were performing in the build-up to the Eurovision, Paul, in 1994, the odds were kind of against you, weren't they? As in, a duo had never won the Eurovision.
No,
you were
certainly
slightly
not our age.
older
Yes.
at your age.
Very
Then
delicately
you were, you know, over your competitors. You didn't have this great big orchestra that everyone was familiar with.
No.
You know, it was quite a different offering, wasn't it?
It was simplicity itself, and that was kind of the plan at the time. And by luck, I think, in 1994, I think I'm right about this, that was just about... We were just about on the cusp of what was to become the unplugged phenomenon, and we were just lucky that we got slightly ahead of that curve. And I think that helped it. It helped to focus on the song as well, you know.
It's pared back, it's raw almost,
right back.
it?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. You know,
I'd imagine as well, Paul, that it's something that maybe I'm presuming this, but something you'd never get tired talking about. Is that year, the build-up, the competition itself, winning it, the months after it?
It's incredible. I mean, it's, you know, to have won, you know, which was the third in a row, as you said, against the odds, to be there, to be present on the night that Riverdance was born, you know, and obviously went on to be the, you know, to make it onto The Simpsons. But, you know, we didn't quite make it onto The Simpsons. However, I mean, you know, to have that as just a part, you know, on your CV is an incredible thing. And for that song to be as popular as it is,
still,
and it's quite extraordinary. Ryan O'Shaughnessy, myself and Charlie, he said that he loves Rock and Roll Kids. It's his favourite song, and certainly his favourite Eurovision song. And we performed it with him on I think it was the Ray Darcy radio programme.
Beautiful.
He sang it, we backed him up, and it was a joy just to hear him sing that and to sing it so well.
Talking of Ryan, and it's a huge achievement to make it to the final. First time since 2003.
13, sorry.
What do you think of the song? What do you think of his chances?
I love the song. Now, every time I've been asked, do I think it'll get through, I can't answer that anymore.
No, it's impossible.
It's impossible. It's a crapshoot. But the reality is he has a better chance now tonight than he did last Tuesday, the nearer you get to it. I mean, I remember years ago people saying to us that to get through your national song contest was the hard part.
Yes.
When you got into
true.
it, you know, because the reality is you can be felled at any time, whereas the real odds... You know, and listen, look at this. I love this.
It's gorgeous, isn't it?
I love the dance. I love the two guys, you know, just messing around, and then they break into this lovely piece of choreography. I think it's so clever, so classy.
He's gone to fourth favourite with the bookies apparently this morning.
I'm not surprised. Not surprised.
Well,
I'm just
can I ask you, when you won, just going back to '94, did life completely change when you came home from that win? Do you know, in terms of you're instantly recognisable,
Completely, yeah.
everyone knows who you are.
People following you around supermarkets, things like that, you know, and people saying hello to you, and you're kind of trying to overcompensate because someone says, how are you, Paul? And you say, how are you? And then they might say, well, no, you don't know me. I'm just saying, how are you? You know, so there's that sort of thing.
But amongst Eurovision fans, you'll always be a legend. You know, and I'm talking about the worldwide audience.
Well,
of Eurovision,
I mean,
because you're a winner.
Very nice of you to say. I mean, myself and Charlie did a show in Munich recently. I think it was January, February we did it. And we laughed. We were presented with flowers, the whole thing. It was
amazing.
Like doing the whole thing all over again.
And you're talking about, you know, Charlie, and you're still gigging and you're still making new music. You have a new album coming out. When are we...
Yeah, it's out. It's called Lights of Home. It's available in Golden Discs. It's available in Eason's, which it's the first time for many years I've had a record in a record shop.
Yeah.
It's also on iTunes and Spotify, and it's a lovely. It's a live album I recorded in the Sugar Club about 4 years ago, and the show was called Lights of Home. And it's a collection of songs that I demoed for some great Irish songwriters over the years. And these are songs that never saw the light of day, and I thought it might be nice to
But it's all original material.
Lovely.
Yeah. There's a live version of Rock and Roll Kids and a live version of a song called What I'd Say that was a very good to me.
You have 2 gigs coming up as well, Paul, don't you?
I have,
Burr
yes.
Arts Theatre.
Yes, on the 25th, which I'm looking forward to. I love the theatre gigs, and again we're reliving the Lights of Home show back at the Sugar Club in talk about meta and all that jazz. We're back there on the 30th of May, so looking forward to
I'd
it.
imagine at live shows, Paul, you just have to do the opening 2 bars of Rock and Roll Kids.
Sure.
And you don't have to sing a note of it.
It's
the
fantastic.
audience just take it away.
They do, which is lovely.
don't
Yeah,
they?
I mean,
It's
it's so
gorgeous.
you know, and again that I'm always surprised at that, you know, and you get a great sense of pride. You know, we're funny animals, us Irish.
Yeah,
you
but
know?
we're very proud of it.
Yeah,
we're
I
very,
know.
As a result, we're
I
very
think
proud
there's
of
a
you and
warmth
Charlie.
and
You know?
an affection, you know, for it, isn't there?
Well,
Comfort about it.
I think part of the reason why people would give out about it, I mean, I probably gave out about it the last couple of years because we were sending out stuff that was no good. Now we've sent something really good. So no matter what happens, this guy is going to do a great job.
he is, yeah.
With win, lose or draw. He's going to impress a lot of people and make a lot of people proud.
Where will you watch it tonight, Paul? At home?
No, I'm going to be in Kennedy's pub in Drumcondra. There's a little spot put by exactly.
Little snug.
Oh, it's put by for me.
It's for Eurovision winners only, lads. That corner, you know what I mean?
That's a very exclusive
In a word,
snug.
yes or no, will he win it?
I'm going to say yeah.
Come on, Paul.
Why not?
good enough
That's what
for
we'd
us.
like to hear.
I'd love them to bring it home. You know, it give myself and Charlie a bit of a rest. You know, wheeling us out every year for the late. You know.
Listen, it's been a joy to have
Pleasure.
you.
Listen,
Thanks
lovely
a
to
million.
meet
Thank
both
you,
again
Paul.
today. Thank you.
As Paul said, folks, his new album Lights of Home is available now on Eason's Golden Discs and for digital download on iTunes and streaming on Spotify. Check it out.